This is our press breaker. This is for when we're inbounding the ball from our own baseline and our opponent is putting full court pressure on us. If we see any more than one of our opponents in our backcourt when we're about to inbound, we're going to want to set up in this press breaker. So here's how we're set up. A couple rules of this. Number two, who's going to take the ball in. Important for her to know. She's got to be behind the baseline. I can't in this app get her behind the baseline. But if this was after a made basket, she's allowed to run behind the baseline with the ball and make her pass from anywhere behind this baseline. She doesn't have to stay in any particular spot. Unlike if the ball had gone out of bounds, she's going to have to pass it in from where the official gives it to her. But after a made basket, she can run all along the baseline. So if she's here and decides that she doesn't want to pass to 3, she wants to pass to 1, we want her to run behind the baseline over here to make that pass. That way her pass doesn't go across our own rim. Right in front of our basket where our opponents could steal it and score it easily. So to get open to catch this pass, 1, 4, 3, they're going to all use a two-step rule and just make a V-cut hard to get a little separation from their opponent. Ideally, we want to put the ball into our best ball handler's hands, usually our number 1. Once the pass in is made, our inbounder is going to want to step in play and trail the ball. All other players are going to want to get down the floor ahead of the ball and make sure we have all the lanes filled. 1, 4, 3, they want to make sure the 3 of them are filling the right, left, and middle lanes of the floor as we get down the floor. And we want everybody to get down the floor ahead of the ball except for the one trailing player who is the player who made the inbound pass. And our long option, number 5, if the ball comes in on the right side, we're going to want her to go long down the left side of the floor just to clear her defender out of that lane in case one puts it on the floor. If she's given a lane to put it on the floor and push it down the floor fast on the dribble, we want 5 to go to the opposite side of the floor, the weaker side of the floor, to take defenders out of there. And what we'd want 1 to do, if she's gonna dribble it hard down the right side of the floor, she wants to go right to the hoop with it. And if 5's defender steps to stop her dribble, then 1 can dish to 5 and score, create a 2v1 kind of situation. Typically teams aren't going to give us that, so 1's first option is not to put it on the floor and dribble. In fact, we want her to catch this pass and look. Always look before you put it on the floor. Read the defense. As the pressure comes to try to trap her along the sideline, to break this pressure, we want to work it across the lane. So 1's going to want to look to pass it across the floor to 4, who will look to pivot and pass across to 3. If we can work it across the lanes with good passes quickly enough, we'll likely break that pressure. And when we break the pressure, 3, if she gets behind the defense and can fast break, that's great. If we're going down, if 3's going to push it down the floor down this side now, 5 is actually going to go over to this side of the floor now as we're getting down the court. And these players, as 3's pushing it down the floor, if 3 pushes it down the middle of the floor, they're going to want to fill the lanes, get down the floor ahead of the ball. We want to make sure as we get down the floor we're filling all the lanes, and everybody except for the 1 trailing player is getting down the floor ahead of the ball. Those are basically the rules. Score in the fast break if we can. If not, then we slow it down and we just get into our regular half-court offensive set. And that's our press breaker. Here it is. Yeah, here it is from the beginning. It's a simple press breaker, really. Basically, the rules are spread the floor initially on the inbound. We don't want that inbound across the rim. Use a two-step rule. V-cut hard to get open, catch the pass in, and when you catch the pass, always look before you dribble. Read the defense as the pressure comes to trap you on your side of the floor. Work it across the lanes to the weaker side of the floor, and that will break the pressure. 10 seconds is how long we've got to get over the midcourt line. 10 seconds is actually quite a lot of the time. We could even we could probably reverse the ball twice, even 3 times, and still make it over the midcourt line in 10 seconds. If we get a fast break opportunity off of the press break, we want to take it and score. If not, we just want to get in, slow it down if the defense gets back quickly, and we'll just get into our half-court offensive set.